Hey, good evening. This is my first speech. I'm Sherina. I'm a valuer. At the same time, I'm a property agent. When I was thinking what topics to talk when Fernando invited me, I was just thinking maybe I should talk about property because it's my job. My husband was saying that why don't I just talk about the cooling measures? We just had like cooling measures. So I thought, oh, this kind of news, you can read it from the newspaper or you can Google it. So what's the point of me talking about all this? So maybe it's easier if I can relate some stories of experience that you may have a better impression of me. So I can start now.
Okay.
Recently, I closed a rental unit, which is a 4-story cluster house, make up of 5 bedrooms and 5 attached bathrooms. This unit is about 5,000 square feet. So I have a harrowing experience with the landlord as well as the property agent co-broker. My landlord is a lady of 60 years old. She's a widow. She has been living there for 6 years in the cluster house. Because she's alone and her children all moved out, she wants to rent it out. So I managed to get her a very good rental, which is a record breaking. But because usually every house, when you rent it, there will be some requests. So the request was to change a lot of new appliances, like fridge, washing machine, and what to do like pest control, professional cleanings, and painting of the whole house. These are so far. The landlord, being a very careful spending person, so I told her, okay, you need a professional cleaner. I will introduce my cleaner to you. So I asked for a quotation, and he quoted me $1,000. So the landlady was saying, oh, $1,000, so expensive, you know? And the pest control, my house is super clean because I'm a house proud person. I take care of my house so clean. It's so clean that why do you want a professional cleaner and why do you need a pest control? I say you have no choice because this is what the rental request is, and you agree to the rental, which is a very good price. That's why you have to do all this. So she said, okay, I'm going to get my own professional cleaners. I said, okay, go ahead. So one day I went down because I have to help them to fix the ovens. So I go upstairs and say, oh, your cleaner, the professional cleaners are here. So I go upstairs. So when I upstairs, I saw, oh, there's 3 workers, 3 Indian workers. So I asked the helper, I said, is only 3 person here today? I said, yes. I said, this is a big house. You need 6 people at least. No, only 3 person. So I was looking the way they clean the place, they clean the toilet. In my mind was thinking, God, I'm going to face some problems. So I told the helpers, I said, hey, can you please monitor what they are doing? Because if they don't do a good job, I'm going to ask you back to clean the house. So she said, okay, I will look at it. So the next day, I had to inspect the house. To my no surprise, it wasn't clean according to my standard. My expectation of professional cleaner is supposed to be very clean. So I called the landlord. I said, hey, I have a request. Can you send your maid down to clean the house again? So I said, why? My professional cleaner did a very good job, you know. They came at 10 a.m. and they finished at 9 p.m. So I was like, oh yes. And they climbed the ladder, they cleaned the lights, they cleaned the window. I said, wow, but it's not clean enough. So, can you get the helper here? No, they did a very good job. So we were arguing about the cleanliness standard. So I take some photos, I send it to her, and she looked at it. Oh yes, the kitchen is oily. The bathroom, there's certain dirt with the mold, and they will see the, what do you call, the switch with all the handprint. So I said, yeah, they must have missed it. I said, okay, no problem. But why there's 2 different expectations of cleanliness? Why she thinks that the cleaners is doing a very good job, whereas for me is no, they are not doing a good job. Because she heard from the son that the cleaner has very good feedback on the Facebook. It's a 4-star and 5-star feedback. and she has no experience what is professional cleaning. But for me, I have the experience with all the different houses that we hand over, and we know what we are looking at. So the moment when I saw that the way they manage the cleaning, I know they are not up to my standard. So when I look at the price that she paid, $680, then I know peanuts, pay peanuts, get monkey. My $1,000 cleaner is really doing a good job, but not the 680. So when you were comparing expectation, one is experience, you have something to compare. The other one is price, because you are paying a lesser things, and you know that paying lesser things means you might not get the standard you want. Okay, and not forgetting, the unit the tenants has been paying is 13,000 rental. What do you think the tenant would want? They would want a better cleaning standard, isn't it? So this is a different expectation. But my nightmare not just end there. My nightmare also starts with my co-agent. Her expectation is much way higher than me, and she just keep scanning through the whole walls and things, and she can even spot a bubble on the wall. And she can tell me, there's a bubble on the wall. I say, yeah, it's newly painted. So, and she gave me a list of 4 pages of defects. Between the agents to agent, we have a common understanding. But if I have 4 pages of defects for you to do, means that your house is very lousy, isn't it? So I told the agent, I called her. I said, hey, you just sent me a bomb. She was laughing. I said, yes, it is a bomb to me. It's a bomb to the landlord. You have such a high expectation, and you are giving stress to your co-workers, your co-friends. And if you have such a high standard, not just you send a stress for your co-workers, you are also unknowingly stressing yourself. Why would you want to do that? So now I ask you, what is your high expectation? What is your expectation of your spouse? What is your expectations of your own friends? What is your expectation of your own children? Do you have that high expectation? You are stressing yourself, or you are stressing others? So always better to adjust your high expectation and let everybody less stress. Thank you.
You exceeded my expectation. First time speaking in public. My
Yes.
goodness, you are good. Now let's share some feedback with Sherina. You? Winston?
Yeah, I was in property before, so I know what you're going through. So yeah, definitely can relate to that. And so in terms of feature, I think it's quite engaging. I think you zoom in when you feel something very important. I can see your body language leaning forward. So I think it's there. What else? I can't really offhand. I can't really think of anything bad because I wasn't looking for flaws. I was just trying to get into the story. So
It's a story.
yeah, it's a story. Yeah. So I think that's the only feedback I have for you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Winston. Who else have not spoken on feedback? Gospel.
Wonderful speaking, particularly what I liked about your speaking is that the way you have narrated the whole story, it appeared to me it's completely impromptu. There is no notes, nothing. At the same time, on the flow, you are actually moderating, you are engaging everybody. Everyone was actually listening to you intently. And the whole point, when it came to the last, you have actually summarized well. What is the expectation from your spouse? So you gave a very different experience, different story, and making the point home. So that was the perfect thing that what you did. If you have to ask me actually if any other feedback or any other thing to improve, maybe we can be a little more on that particular part. Maybe we can be a little more sensitive to the person. maybe the lady, maybe we don't have to talk about her background, like she's a widow or something. It's like a little more personalized. That's what I felt. It was possibly not required. But other than that, everything was so good.
Thank you. I just want to
Thank you, Christoph. Anyone else have something exciting to share? Yeah, we are running out of time. We got 2 more speeches to go. So we'll cut up that and we will invite the next speaker. Same 1 minute to introduce yourself.